So I've had quite a few people ask me how I do the curls in my hair. So I actually thought I would do a tutorial because it's actually not that hard, nor does it take too long, but there are a few different techniques to it. So firstly, just to sort of keep my fringe out of the way, and this is hair that I just washed last night, and as you can see, it's quite fuzzy and messy and doesn't look like my normal curls. I take one of these Velcro rollers and I just sort of roll my fringe up, and that's going to keep it out of the way. Now, I prefer to use curling tong like this. I find it easier to hold, but if you prefer one that doesn't have the clip, that will work as well. And I use one that's about the 1-inch barrel. That's the size that I like. So the first thing that you do is we're going to section the hair. I always like to start with the bottom, so I just leave a portion of the hair down like this, and I clip the rest of it up with some kind of clip that's going to keep it out of the way. And then the most important thing is you have to do your curls alternating different ways. So I always start with the first curl going back and then the subsequent curl going forward. So you just take a small little section of hair that you're going to do. And the first thing is you want to get it as close to the hairline as possible, and you stop there. So you start the curl here, hold it for a few seconds, and then you bring it down. Hold it for a few more. Again, it's not a real long time. I sort of wrap it around my finger and just leave it to hang. You don't do anything with it because you want it to cool in that position. So the next little section of hair you'll see here, again, I take it and curl it a bit forward, come down to the end, hold it, wrap it around the finger, hang, next little section. Okay, so once we have the bottom section all done, we're just going to let a little bit more hair down and do what I call the middle section. So I just leave a little bit on the top to do it at the end. So we're just going to let some more hair down here. And again, the same, we're just going to go around the head the same way. I might start on this time. So this curl, as you can see, was backwards. So the curl on top, I will do in a forwards way, just so they alternate. I find if you do the curls in the same direction, that's when the hair starts to stick together and it just looks like a big sort of chunky wave. So really sort of the key is to alternate the curls and just do a really sort of small section at a time. And again, starting at the top, you see how I hold this one down. And the longer pieces of hair, you go down a little bit farther, and then get the end at the very end. So that one's back. Okay, so we've now done all the sections, and I simply sort of take that out, run your fingers sort of through it. The curls will sort of soften over the course of the day, and that's how I do the curly haired look. And you would think that it takes a long time, but I will actually show you. I set a timer, 10 minutes and 42 seconds.